So the jury's out. And now we know who the most ambitious gay guy on the face of this planet is. It's Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, who next to rebuilding the whole society with running the AI revolution, also signaled to raise $7 trillion. This is 7% of the world economy to rebuild the chip industry. If you want to know what this means, and if you want to know what this story is, listen up. So hi, my name is Milan. I'm an out and proud gay CEO, and I also just finished my AI diploma at Oxford, which kind of puts Sam Altman's story as something that I'm sort of personally interested in, because he's also a gay leader, also in the AI field. But before we get to the meat of the video, I'm going to ask you to spare a little bit of laugh. I'm trying to build this YouTube channel to support the LGBTQ leadership, and every share, like, and subscribe really helps. And now to the point of the video. So Sam Altman is only 38 years old. He was born in 1985, and he's already one of the most successful people on the entire world, right? And actually it started like that. Like, his academic career started on Stanford, but that wasn't enough for him just to get to one of the best schools on the planet. He, when he was 19 years old, also started a company called Looped, which was a social network that was based on a geographic location. He raised $30 million for this, and he later sold his company for $43 million. So reasonable, successful exit, right? In order to achieve this, he would drop out of Stanford after 1 or 2 years. So another case of these, prestigious university dropouts. And after he sold the company, he became a partner at Y Combinator, which is this super famous company of investors who are doing seed investment, so quite early in the stage of the company lifecycle. And they're super famous, super prestigious. So for instance, Reddit comes from their investment, also Airbnb comes from their investment. So they're super good, very, very prestigious. And he was a partner there for 3 or 4 years. And in 2015, he became a president, or in 2014. So after a few years, he becomes a president of Y Combinator. So he's running one of the most successful accelerators for startups and investment companies on the face of the planet. And in 2015, he joins with some other people and Elon Musk and finds OpenAI. And Elon Musk sort of pledged that he's going to invest $1 billion into this endeavor. And they are going to use the money to develop an AI that will benefit human society. And everything goes rather well. In 2019, OpenAI is so demanding that Sam Altman leaves the presidency of Y Combinator and becomes a CEO. And they break with Elon Musk. He famously exits OpenAI and pulls his funding, only to later, after GTP was released and everything, regret it horribly. And now he's suing them, by the way, right? So there's a lot of drama of this exit. But he exits it and pulls the funding. And a few months after Sam Altman becomes a CEO, they raise another $1 billion from Microsoft. So they sort of replace the money of Elon Musk, right? And then in 2023, major drama happens because the board, so the controlling body of OpenAI, so the people who are calling the shots and making the big decisions, they, in a very distasteful way, by the way, oust Sam Altman. So they essentially do it over meat skull, being like, yeah, bye, you don't have a job anymore. But he has such a strong position in the company that 700 out of 770 employees say, yeah, if there is Sam is not leading the company, I'm out. So they threaten to leave, and these are scientists, right? These are the people who are pushing the AI revolution from the technological perspective. So the company really needs them. So the board reverts its decision and offers the job to him back after a few days and a few weeks. So it was a major miscalculation. I also think kind of few people lost the board seats because of this. And for Sam Altman, it was a big win, right? Because he fortified his position as somebody who's running OpenAI, and there is no OpenAI without him because the people are following his lead, right? Very obviously. Which is an incredible flex. And in 2023, he sort of embarks on this huge journey. He does a tour, right? where he propagates AI and he meets with like major world leaders, such as Rishi Sunak, right? He had the conference with Rishi Sunak. And there is one more thing that he does a little bit later on in 2014. He marries his partner Oliver in Hawaii in this like beautiful, very tasteful kind of small ceremony. And next to it signals the ambition to raise the incredible $7 trillion. And now, first of all, why does he need to raise this money? So artificial intelligence currently, the technology-wise, it's very robust. We know how to train it, and we kind of know what is the next milestone, or what are the next multiple milestones, right? Like, I don't know if you saw the thing that they just released in generating video. I'm going to put it on the screen, but this is incredibly impressive. But what it also is, it's very expensive to achieve. You need a lot of computational power to get this. You need a lot of computational power to achieve something like this, to train the model that is able to generate something this magical. By the way, that is also why NVIDIA stock is crazy right now. Again, putting it on the screen now. Because NVIDIA makes GPUs, which is the computational unit that you need to train these models. And we don't have enough of them. We simply don't have enough chips right now. There's a huge chip shortage because AI requires the computational power, and this is what Sam is trying to fix by this. He is probably the most popular AI representative in the world, and he's trying to raise the money to reshape the chip industry so he can have enough chips for his ambitious goal to develop an AI that can bring major benefits to the humanity and also solve one of the biggest or some of the biggest problems of humankind. But there is also a second motive to it, and now we are getting from the like realm of facts to realm of my opinions. But I also think one of the reasons why he wants it is to fortify his leader position. So OpenAI right now is kind of leading the market, and everybody else is playing catch up, right? So like Google, for instance, with the like release of Bard, which by the way didn't went that well, and then second release of Gemini are trying to play catch up. Facebook with Llama is playing catch up. Elon Musk has this non-vogue chatbot project, whatever the hell that is, who's playing catch up. And Sam Altman and OpenAI are kind of, with Microsoft, are kind of enjoying the leaders' benefits on this crazy race to win the like market dominance of the up and running AI market. And if he manages to raise these crazy funds and he manages to invest it smartly into controlling the value chain in the creation of the chips, he will have crazy competitive advantage. Because it doesn't matter if your competitors are having better technology, more ethical technology, or whatever else. You own the chips. It's a fundamental building block. It's something that you fundamentally need to get this off the ground. If he gets to fortify this competitive advantage, he essentially wins the game for the foreseeable future. So I think that's the second motive. And the crazy thing is, like, this is the crazy big ambition, right? Like, nobody ever undergo anything near that. Like, the biggest fund ever raised was $100 billion. It was this SoftBank fund. This is 70 times bigger. So the questions that this opens is kind of like, where do you even get this money? Where do you raise it from? I know that he's talking to, or the rumor has it that he's talking to Middle Eastern funders, but you still need more, right? You need to probably approach governments, right? Like United States needs to probably fund part of that money. But I think that if somebody can do it is Sam Altman, because he has incredible gravitas, right? He can land meeting with the prime ministers of the, like, one of the biggest economies in the world like this, right? Rishi Sunak gave him gave him a meeting. But it also has like kind of a other aspect to it. I don't think he needs to raise the whole fund. As long as he raises something significant, like $1 trillion or $500 billion, and starts investing it, it already kind of achieves these benefits, right? He signals that he's the leader. He will own part of the value chain, so it's enough to differentiate himself on the market and fortify his position as a leader. But this also has a few negatives, right? My boyfriend actually pointed it out, that if you want to have a good innovation on the market, you need competition. And if you want to have competition, you can't have sort of a monopoly on something. And if OpenAI lands significant ownership of the value chain of manufacturing chips, they essentially get a monopoly, or they get such a strong unfair advantage that it's going to be almost impossible to attack them on the market. So what do you think? Is it a good thing to raise this crazy fund and get a lot of power to OpenAI? Or would you rather live in a world where competition is the thing that pushes forward the horizons of artificial intelligence? And also let me know what do you think in general about AI, because I think it's a very hot topic and would love to know how people perceive this. So that's it. Please like and subscribe, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.